Yo, Jay back for another episode on this lovely, sickest, baddest YouTube channel in the UK, then hopefully in Europe, and then the big wide world, and then the universe. Get subscribing for new around here, people. Like the video, this channel runs on engagement, so please, humbly, I ask you to watch this to the end as much as you can. That's how we're doing. It's all about the engagement, about the authentic viewers. And you know what? Big up to the existing subscribers, the ones that generally mess with this channel. And big up to the new onboarding subscribers. I've seen a lot of you lot liked the last video. Hey, let's just talk about it, man. Let's not make it too... I'll have a little mixture of things today. I'm not gonna... It's gonna be... it's not gonna be a long one. I always say that, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it is short. But getting quite a lot of new subscribers off the back of that last video, the one on the Wandsworth prison scandal a fortnight ago. Yeah, big up to you lot. I hope you liked it. Bare likes and bare comments, and a lot of you lot are bare harsh on the comment section. You know, bare harsh. I'm like, tell me I'm rambling. I'm like, what are you talking about? I play back this video back. I wasn't rambling. I made some very good points. I gave some very interesting questions for you to think about. I asked the viewers, the audience, and myself. I'm asking, look, should we be having same sex prison guards in HMP establishments? Does it increase the risk of corruption? Does removing and keeping it the same sex eliminate at least one factor of corruption? Obviously, it's going to be corruption, but you're just adding to the variables of corruption. Very good point. How am I rambling? Very good question. So, I don't know. You're not listening properly. Yeah, respectfully. Yeah, that's one thing. I'm not going to go into too much stuff. That's one thing that stuck up in my mind. Because I was wondering. Yeah, another thing. Whilst I'm on it, yeah. I also asked, was that the plan all along? Did she really want the job in the first place? Since that she's only been there for a short amount of time and she's already doing that. And bear in mind, she's already been on a TV program before, on Channel 4 for swingers. Was it to promote her OnlyFans? Another good theory as well. So guys, you got to listen, man. I know we're in the era of short attention span, but you got to listen to the end. You know, go and listen and digest. Yeah, and focus. Yeah, get your popcorn, eat, and take your time. Don't watch my videos on the rush hour. If you need to listen, but don't just be like stressed on the train in rush hour and put it in quickly. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? Yeah, let it manifest. You know, let it manifest, man. Let it manifest. Anyway, good news. England are in the finals reached the Euros finals for the first time the second time in a row, second Euros in a row. Last time we played Italy, unfortunately went out. Can we do it this time? Is it going to come home? This is the first time we've actually reached the finals of a major tournament on Foreign and Soul, though, because we're in Germany. We've never done this before on Foreign and Soul. Whenever we've reached a final, it's always been on English territory. That's what they said. I didn't know that, by the way. So, you know, can we do it? The game, very interesting. Can we beat Spain? Yeah? I think it's been a very interesting, good week recently, yeah? It's been 1 week since we got, this time last week, we got a new central government, kicked them Tories, that nasty party out. Sorry, Tory subscribers. You know, you can put your comments in the section below. We're open to discussion. I'm just telling you, basically, that I don't mess with the Tory government, yeah. But I'm not gonna like, you know. But also, I appreciate if you are a Tory supporter, but you watch this. I don't look at you less than. It's just not my. This is not my cup of tea. I just think that they're horrible. They're a horrible government. I'm not saying this government's perfect, but it's better. So good news, you know. Tories out. England in the final. All in the space of a week. Good news, man. Good news. Now let's hopefully get that weather. Good. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about why we want to talk about briefly. Really, is this like this new government though? Because I think it's important. The reason why I want to mention this because it's been a week since we've been elected. Now, obviously, it's been a week. We've had the Tory government for like 14 years. Last time they were in power, I was 12 years old. That's the last time Labour was in. That was in 2010. Obviously, I was born in 1998, so I'm now 26. So almost half. You know, I had 12 years of Labour and 14 years of Conservative. So it's like a 52-48% split. Now Labour are back in charge. Do you think things will be better? Are you looking for this changes? Do you think we're not going to see changes for a long time? Did you vote? Do you believe in voting? If not, why? I think, in my opinion, I just don't think there's any excuse not to vote. I don't think you need to be a political expert. And again, I'm not telling you who to vote. I'm just telling you that I don't like the Tories. But I'm saying to you that I just think that if you don't vote, you're letting an establishment dictate your future. Yeah, and then some of you will say, "Oh, your vote don't count." That's a load of nonsense. You do your individual. If everyone's in the individual part, yeah, you can sleep and know that you've done your thing. Yeah. So I just think that it don't make sense to not vote. I think there's no excuses, especially when it comes to central government more than anything. Like there's so many politics. I don't even understand 8% of politics. Yeah. So I'm not some political mastermind. I was gonna study government and politics at A level. I turned not to in the end. I remember applying to study that, and even if I did that, I still researched some of it. But the central government definitely be voting. Definitely should be voting, because I just think that there's a lot of things you're unhappy about, but like you can't complain. You're part of the society unless you're incarcerated. Yeah, why would you not want to have any say in what happens? This does not matter whether you're rich or poor, by the way. It affects your life, because it's not just about money. I see a lot of people focus on the money, the typical surface level understanding is conservative must care about rich people, higher taxes, individualism. Obviously, there's other parties like Lib Dems and all that kind of stuff, but Labour, they're the debate ones. Yeah, the two main ones. It's about a bit more like social welfare, social conscious of people of a general society, general at base level. And after that, a lot of people don't understand it after that. But there's other things they bring in: employment rights, cuts to certain services. You guys, you got to. I don't think it makes sense, yeah, for people to, whether you're young, old, middle aged, to not want to just have your say when it comes to things like that. Because it does affect everybody. It affects everyone, right? It affects everybody. And whether you like it or not, you are part of the politics. You're part of society. So you can't sit there and say that, I don't get involved with it. You're involved with it whether you like it or not, because you're part of society. Unless you're dead or incarcerated, yeah, you're part of society. Of current society, so you're going to be affected by it. The changes, the kind of your children. If you've got children, your education is affecting your health. Do you know what I mean? When I was in school, there was this infamous. And by the way, this video probably won't even get much likes and views. I don't care. Do you know what? Because I talk about what I want to talk about. Yeah, I take into account the audience, but you know what I mean. It's the best content. It's almost like the presenter wants to put out, and for you to consume it. Because I'm about putting out valuable content. Yeah, there's fun stuff. We've had the podcast in the past. We've had other things, but this stuff, the proper stuff, it doesn't get as much engagement. But you know what? Who cares? Yeah, it's about proper stuff. Someone's gonna like this. Someone's gonna f with it, and which is what I want. Yeah, get me. So yeah, like that video if you're still watching. And subscribe if you're new around here. Get that road to 1,000k, not even 200, 1,000k, that 1k mark. Yeah? Don't know. Yeah, man. What was I saying? Yeah. So when I was in school, there's education. I said it before. There was this infamous four-eyed glasses guy. Shout out to my glasses people, Mr. Michael Gove. Yeah. He wanted to mess up our GCSEs. But he's like the final boss on the Street Fighter, like M. Bison, you know the ones there. Yeah, he wanted to mess it up for all of us. He remarked the marketing scheme for. I remember there was an age group that's 2 years above me, and when they took the GCSEs, he changed the remarketing scheme in the English language exam. So people that got a C ended up getting a D and failing the GCSE because he wanted to do these things. So these are just random as examples of how these things affect your life or people around you, your loved ones, etc. So you know what I mean. So you want to do that. And by the way, let me make another point. A lot of people say this, and I'm going to address this as well. No government's going to make you rich. So if you want to make a lot of money, whether you're Labour, Conservative, or in government, Lib Dem, Green Party, Reform, yeah, that racismal party, Reform, yeah, you're not gonna, yeah, that's up to you. You're gonna have to hopefully find a way to make more money like that, like to see like a night and day difference in your individual life, of course. So if you're gonna come at that angle, which some people do, I agree, they're not. But what a government can do on a immediate basis, so that the most obvious changes, you'll see some wiggle room to how your life could be. But for extreme changes in terms of whether you're struggling in poverty or whether you're living lavish, you're gonna have to do it yourself. No government can really do that for you, unfortunately. So yeah. So I'm not deluded to think that's what it is. I'm not saying that they're perfect. I don't agree with everything that I'm going to agree with everything that Labour say or do. Even though and there's some things that Conservative might put in that I agree with as well. So I'm not like this part. Yeah, I'm an independent thinker, and how I go about my business is which party is doing most of the things that I want to happen. That's how I make my choices. It's not that I don't ride. I'm not just gonna like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ride just only for you and only you. You're always that's nonsense. That's like critical thinking. Yeah, and we're here to we're here to use our brains and think. Yeah, we'll mix up a bit. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about it today. So guys, what do you think? It's a week on. Are you happy that the government, the Tories are out? Did you want them to stay? Did you want the Lib Dems in? Did you want the Green Party in? I know some of you lot wanted the Green Party in because they were going to raise some wage for. I remember my brother was mentioning that some of his people that he knew, I think were at work, his colleagues or like people, friends of his, went to the Green Party. They're going to do something to do with certain wages or I can't remember something along them lines. Yeah, he was mentioning, but like, what did you want? Yeah, and if you don't vote, why don't you vote? Yeah, please tell me why do you think that voting is not good? I remember some of you lot think that just doing charity work is enough. Now charity work is very good, and if you've got a cause and you're doing something, that's all good. You're contributing, you're contributing good, but I still don't think that's a reason to separate why you shouldn't vote. Because what you got to remember, and I'm going to say this, I remember watching recently an interview with Anthony Joshua, who love Anthony Joshua, good boxer, I ride for him, all that kind of stuff. I disagreed with him because he said that he's not going to vote. He said that he wasn't educated on the political I think his words was the political echo chamber, and I disagree with it. I don't think you have to be that you don't need to know tons of things about politics, because he mentioned, I don't know if it's a tongue in cheek. I think he genuinely wants to do this, but I think that he's giving like a little like smiley like humour thing to it, where he said that he's trying to keep his local pub open. But what you got to understand is that when you're fighting for things like that, your local governments or your local authorities, councils, which plays part of politics, to get funding or allow permission, all this kind of stuff, it plays a part somehow. So you can't really avoid the politics. So even though you want to do your charity thing, you may need permission, or you may need something where the government doesn't change a right or like an article. All them things there. So there's always. You can't avoid it. That's why I'm saying to you. So I disagree with him not saying he's not going to vote. That he does his charity work and he needs to vote into maybe other people. I disagree with it. But big up Anthony Joshua still, and hopefully and big up on his fight with Daniel Dabar. That'll be interesting to see. But do you understand what I'm saying? Just things like that. Yeah. And also another thing as well, yeah. Some of you lot have this idea. Yeah, some of you lot don't vote because out of habit, because it's a generational thing in your family. Like your parents didn't vote, so you just think that, oh, I don't have to either, or I shouldn't. It's dumb. It's like it's ignorant. Like, it's not good to be ignorant. Yeah, it's dumb to be ignorant. Or sometimes on the flip side, like some of you lot vote only for a certain party only because your parents vote for a certain party. That could be bad as well. That's not necessarily good. And to be honest, most people do that, and I understand to the extent why. Because obviously the party that I tended to vote for, my parents have done. That's what I knew originally. When you're young, you buy into that stuff. But obviously I've gone and looked at it myself, and it actually makes sense to me. Now, that doesn't mean I agree with everything, but do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And by the way, I'm not even like passionate about politics. This video made me thinking, right, this guy loves it. No. I don't really understand a lot of the politics. I think a lot of it can be a lot of rubbish at times. But I understand at a surface level of to why people should kind of like have a look at some of the politics, because you are affected by it. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's going to spoil your ballot. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? The reason why governments like that you don't vote is because they can do whatever they want. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's a bit muggy, a bit of a mug to say that and say, well, I just had my rights, so just let them do whatever they're doing. And I wonder why things in your life, some things here and there, you don't think about on a day-to-day basis, but you may notice in a month's time that, oh, I'm struggling to get NHS appointments, and I want to see a doctor, or because, but what you fail to realise is the government in charge has been tampered with the NHS system. They've caused problems, they've made cutbacks, or why police have been cut back. It's all government doing these things. So to sit there and say, oh, why am I in this situation? Well, you tried to eliminate yourself from the society of thinking that you don't vote. But you wonder why you get found. You can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't avoid it. So it's doing things to think about. So yeah, guys, that's more of like a educational type of video. But again, hopefully we see some kind of improvements and changes. And Kia, the Arsenal fan, he gets it right. Yeah, Arsenal man, you know what I mean. But anyway, guys, please like this video. Hopefully you watch it to the end. Comment underneath. Yeah, try to be respectful as possible in the comment section. Yeah, be constructive, and yeah, subscribe for new around here. Yeah, and share the video if you can as well. It's big up. Anyway, peace.